Welcome back to the RNG arena, people out there. Festive and Iceman are back with another 1v1 on Simoski this time. This is a live cast ladder game between Spitfire and Cobra. So, how's it going, Festive?
Good, Iceman. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Excited to do another cast finally.
Yeah.
And I think we should just go ahead and jump into this.
All right, let's do it. Count us in.
Paused at 6 seconds. We're gonna unpause in 5, 3, 2, 1. Unpause. We got 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, there we go. So, Simoski this time, huh?
Yep. Been a little while since
Classic.
we've done a game on Simoski. Been a little while since we've
Yeah.
casted US forces.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm really excited for that, to see some US forces actually again in the cast. It has been a while. Mostly Soviets, and yeah, you get a bit tired after it after some time. So yeah,
It's true,
bit
man.
of a difference. Yeah.
After that hour-long game on Longerskaya,
yeah.
I was kind of done with Longerskaya for a while. I was like, oh, okay. I'd be like, oh, these are two good players. Oh, never mind. It's Longerskaya. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's exactly like you guys. You should know, guys, when we're searching the live games for potential games to cast, and we see all good players, and then as soon as we see it's in long gray, oh, okay, that one falls out. Away.
This is a live game, by the way. This is off the ladder, or
Yeah.
off the observation mode. So we have no idea how long it's going to go, what the quality of the game is going to be. We just thought, okay, I'd recognize these two players. Generally pretty good quality players. Usually leads to a good game. So hopefully this is a good one. Immediately we see Cobra wiring off the southern access point to his munis. So that would be a pain for Spitfire to deal with, at least for the first couple minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's really nasty. Why also, what you could also do is, I would recommend that rather as Soviets than as OKW. If you start at that starting position and rush your first engineer exactly just to your opponent's cutoff when he plays Ost here, you have a good chance of wiring the cutoff off before your opponent is able to get a unit there. That's what Quentin, aka Field Memories, did to me two times in a row.
Are you talking about this southern bridge here?
No, the northern bridge actually from
Oh yeah.
from the other side.
The
Because
main
thing is,
the main cutoff.
yeah, because if you play against Ost here, what will happen most of the time is the first Pioneer builds tier 1, that gives you a little bit of time. Then he went south instead of to your cutoff, and then the Grants, which will finally come out, need mages to get to the cutoff, and at that point you can wire it off, and it takes some time till you can get something to deal with it actually.
Yeah, that makes sense because you're going to send your first pilot squad to cap the fuel as
Exactly.
there.
Yeah, for sure. That's just a little side note.
I like it. That's good. I'll have to try that. Looks like Cobra crushed the really tough garrison for the northern side player. That's smart. That thing is just brutal. It's got 4 windows facing the approach, and
yeah, it also takes more than you, and it actually gives you. I'd say, like, if your opponent's in there, it's way worse. It's much more of a problem than you can deal to your opponent when you're in there. So it's a good thing to crush it actually.
yeah, especially as Cobra Commando, you don't really have access to a lot of anti-garrison stuff. I mean, the Special Ops Doctrine has the infiltration nades, but that's not until 3 CPs in, so that's not really viable. We've seen that Cobra has finished off the wiring. He has now wired the southern access completely. These 2 choke points are not going to be accessible until either bazookas at the field or some sort of medium vehicle. So he now knows that he's got the middle of the field to work with, and the Kubelwagen is nicely placed over there to deny access to that cutoff, and Cobra is looking all right at this point.
Yeah, the thing is with the southern, I mean the south side, the access points wired off. It makes it really easy for him to hold the munitions and the VP, if the munitions would be kept, so to say. But it makes it really easy because it's hard to arrest them. And with the fuel next to his base, the munitions rather safe. That's basically all he needs with the VP.
Yeah, that being said, it's a significant amount of time invested in your most efficient combat unit that early in the game spent wiring. So something to consider for sure.
Yeah. Kubelwagen takes a bit. Wow, that's actually, it takes a bit of a beating by these guys. It's getting really low. I think Spitfire is just getting his rifles into the retreat path of that thing. I wonder if he might be able to grab it, but it looks like he's taking the upper route, which is really smart.
He might still snag it. A couple
Yeah,
more
it's getting
shots.
really close, like 2 more shots. Not penetrating.
Oh, look like it's going to get away. That's unfortunate. One thing to note is that rear echelon are really cost-effective units to deal with the Kubelwagen. A lot of times you'll see 2 rear echelon starts against the Kubel because they do just about as much damage as a rifle squad, because their really piss-poor accuracy isn't affected as much against the Kubelwagen with a large target size. So if you're going up against, heavy Kubel play, a couple of rear echelons, not a bad idea. If you can get them to vet, vet 2, they get that 5-man squad. Stick a couple of Zooks on them, and the mid game they're decent combat units. So, and if nothing else, they can cap in areas of the map that you don't necessarily need. You don't want to send a high priority unit like a rifle squad to go cap.
Yeah, I'd love to see some Zooks on the echelons. It's actually some really nice thing. Get your echelons to 5 men and then get Zooks on them. Or better said, get Zooks on them and then they'll get to 5 men in no time because they just collect vets so fast with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Cobra is in a bit of a.
He's in a tough spot now.
Right now, yeah. Like
he doesn't have anything, man. Look at his resource income. Dear God, he's at the base level.
No territory at all connected. You got the 2 VPs, but that's it pretty much.
Yeah.
That's like the map control completely flipped in a couple of seconds. He went tier 3, which is classic against US forces because you want to counter the lieutenant tech. Exactly. M20 is already on the field. We've seen that one. We would probably expect the Puma right now to counter this one, which.
I mean, he's still 20 fuel away.
Yeah.
He's got a ways to go. He needs to reconnect this left side of the map, really.
Yeah, probably realizes that he can't really wait for the Puma to get on the field. He's just getting a captain to deal with it in the meantime.
Yeah, let's see if this M20 spots the Kubelwagen and chases it down.
There you go. It targets default, so it's not targeting the Kubelwagen actually.
There we
Now
go.
it is. Yes, but it might be too late. He might be able to drive in flat range.
Those flak tracks, or sorry, not the flak track. The flak base emplacements are pretty deadly.
Yep.
So Spitfire, he went lieutenant. He now has just a dominant map control, and he's got crazy fuel income compared to Cobra. Cobra just now actually decides to go with the flak track. Interesting.
That's an interesting choice.
I'm sure he's banking on Spitfire not getting his own half track with an M20 on the field. So the flak track will have a few minutes, with a little, maybe 3 or 4 minutes of opportunity to, do their work, do its work. It'll counter the M20. It'll counter all the rifles. Not a bad choice, but I'd say a risky one considering the fuel, the amount of fuel that Spitfire's had. He'll have access to a Sherman pretty quickly, and it looks like, what has he teched? Yeah, he's already getting a major out, so this flak track's not going to have long before it's going to be met with some medium armor and just completely shut down.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, major at the 8-minute mark. That's even for US forces tech structure. That's really early.
Yeah.
Like, 8-minute mark is just insane. And considering there's no Puma to just stall it and like soft counter it or whatever counter it, it might be a hard time for Cobra dealing with that one. It's also nice that Spitfire got an MG in my opinion, because MGs are really good on this map, and also they are good for the spot that Spitfire finds himself in right now, because the MG can really pin Cobra in the base, and also gives him the ability to secure the territory that he just kept.
Yeah, I really like the 50 cal against the OKW more than against the Austere because of the way the new unit clumping works. When they're in cover, they really group really tightly, and against the Austere, you've got that long-range, highly accurate rifle grenade that just makes your MGs more of a liability than anything.
Yeah.
But if you use it smartly against the OKW, you can really shut down those Volksgrenadier blobs that a lot of people like to play with. It's a little more viable.
It's basically the same as with Maxims. Maxims against Austere are really not in the best spot right now. They're not as bad as the 50 cal because they have 6-man, but it's still kind of horrible. But they work against OKW like the 50 cal do, but not that good against Austere. So, yeah. it's a general problem with the weapon teams, I'd say, at the moment.
We're losing a capture point.
Yeah, so we're seeing Cobra really focus on the left side of the map here. He's really not used the flak track all that effectively since it's been on the field, and Spitfire is rapidly approaching a Sherman. He now has the resources to build it, so wouldn't surprise me if we saw that soon. This M20 is dead.
Yeah, that was a nice long-range shot by the Captain. He probably spotted it, but maybe didn't expect it to have that much range. Yeah, it's an interesting move, I think, by Cobra, going for the left side with the flak track and all his infantry instead of taking back his cutoff and the eastern munition point with the VP. Interesting, you don't see that.
I'm not sure what his thinking was there. Maybe just more room to operate for the flak track.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Just
I mean, at the same time,
a lot more line of sight for it to work.
Maybe also expected some kind of mine at the cutoff, than 20 mine or something.
Spitfire might lose this rifle squad, but the turret doesn't really know which way to face, and it gets away. He drove right up to the squad. Had he parked it right in the retreat path, he probably would have got it. Now he's just kind of idling the flak track. Would like to see him. I mean, he's got to know that a Sherman's coming soon. He was dominated the entire early game. Spitfire has a rifle squad just like chilling in this no man's land area over here. There's not even any strategic points to cap. I wonder if he's forgot about it. So we have a doctrine choice from Spitfire, a really niche doctrine choice at that, one that you rarely ever see.
Yeah, yeah, like the Greyhound, right?
There you go. He calls in the Greyhound. He puts bazookas on the Pathfinders, which is interesting, I would say. You don't see it very often. It's maybe thinking he's going to utilize the extra line of sight that they have, but.
I'd really suspected it getting on the echelons, to be honest. I don't know, maybe that would have been even smarter, because the Pathfinders still have a bit more of a fighting utility without bazookas than the echelons have, because of their sniping potential, you know?
Yeah. Actually, do these have the sniper on them? Do the Pathfinders of the... I don't know if do these IR Pathfinders snipe units like the normal airborne Pathfinders do?
I'm not sure right now. I couldn't imagine why not, but yeah, I actually don't know really. I always thought they would.
The Springfield. Let me see if I can spot the scope on it.
Let's see.
Carbine and Carbine. Yeah, I don't think they actually snipe like the airborne Pathfinders do. I think their combat potential is limited to the arty that they can call in.
Yeah, it might be as well, and then makes more sense. What I was going to say about the flak track is basically that I think a lot of potential comes from it if you drive into the retreat path that what you actually mentioned. If a unit is fighting and losing health, and then you came up to the flak track and put it in the retreat path, and it has to retreat through the whole arc of fire, it's probably going to die.
Oh boy, this house is getting low.
Yeah.
Oh. Sherman can't stick around quite long enough to clear it.
Yeah.
And now we see 3 Volk squads trying to retake his cutoff. Spitfire has controlled Cobra's main cutoff for basically the entire game, and now a Greyhound's moving up. Potential canister shot right here. These units are all really clumped, and they recognize it and immediately retreat. He's going to creep up on the base defenses.
Oh, he's going. Looks like he's going for it. His canister shot is activated. What?
I don't know what that was. I heard the sound, and like part of the animation, but I don't think he got charged for it, and it's not on cooldown, so he must have just canceled it just in time.
There was like nothing coming out of the barrel.
Yeah, that was weird. Let's do a time sync real quick, because I think I might be a little bit ahead of you. I'm going to pause at 1350, which is right now.
Yes, I'm to there.
So you go ahead and count us in for the unpause.
Alright, we'll unpause in 5, 3, 2, 1, unpause. There we go. We got 52, 3, 4, 5.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, right on track then.
So that house is apparently still alive. Really interesting. Good architecture, I'd say there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the well-built Soviet houses. Oh wait, no. Simoski's in Western Europe, isn't it? Well, I don't know.
Well, I think Simoski's in Eastern Europe, while Simois is probably on the on the west front, western front.
The geography is a little out of whack. We don't know. It's the same. It's the duplicated town. It's the same design in both eastern and western fronts. So it was interesting that Spitfire decided to call it. I mean, he had, look at this. He had a Sherman out at the exact same time he hit the 3 CPs for the Greyhound.
Yeah,
which I think is funny.
Sherman at 3 CP is really insane. I think, like it's if you compare it to other medium tanks, it comes really early. We also see Tier 4 up for Cobra now. That's a really common spot over there.
Yeah, it totally denies any sort of fuel harassment. If he wants to do anything there, he's gonna have to really commit to it.
But fun fact about that, I've seen, especially in some 2v2s recently, some as soon as the game goes on and the fighting takes place around the middle of the map, sometimes players just take all their tanks they have and suddenly move them from the middle all the way up to the north and then to that Tier 4 and just destroy it before the OKW player can get anything right to stop them from doing it, because it's really exposed over there.
It really is, and we saw a little bit of a late smoke there from that Sherman. Had he popped it as soon as he saw the Ricketten, he would have been good, but one thing that I see a lot of US players do is they use that smoke reactively rather than proactively, and what you should be doing is looking for the biggest threat and negating it with the smoke as soon as you start the engagement. Don't wait until your tank is in danger, because once your tank's already, within one shot of dying, it's already too late, because it takes a while to actually activate the smoke and have it come into place. So it's really an ability that should be used proactively. And now we see Shrek sniping infantry as per the norm, and a grenade going off on the lieutenant. We have a doctrine choice. Lieutenant might get wiped. Run, Lieutenant.
Oh yeah, lucky Lieutenant over there. Yeah, the smoke isn't working like the Panzer Tactician smoke or the smoke on the M20 or something. Kubel might get wiped in the north. It's not like popping immediately once you press the button for it. So you gotta, like you said, you gotta use it before you're actually in danger of losing your vehicle.
Oh wow, the Greyhound's damage is just so pathetic. Really, the only thing that unit has going for it is a fucking canister shot.
Yeah.
Couldn't even wipe the Kubel.
Look at that, man. I thought the thing would be dead, but it's...
I mean, Cobra sat there and let his Kubel take like 2 to 3 shots from it before he even moved it, and it still couldn't wipe it. Like, that's the only thing it has. I would really like to see that unit reworked.
Honestly, I think an M20 might have done the same, if not more damage to that.
Oh, M20 would have definitely wiped it.
Yeah.
We also saw the IR Pathfinders go down in the middle, and they dropped their bazooka, which was picked up by... who picked up the Zook? Nobody?
No, I don't think that's possible. Maybe
because it was sitting right there by the Sherman wreck.
Yeah, the Orbis picked it up. Interesting choice.
What?
I don't really like that, to be honest. But
I mean, I guess it's alright because the majority of the damage comes from the LMG, but once they get Vet 5, the normal rifle on the Obers, I mean, even I guess Vet 3, really, they stopped getting offensive bonuses at Vet 3. By the way, huge shout out to Sarantini for putting together that veterancy guide on code2.org. That is just fantastic.
So awesome. I was really excited when that one came up. I didn't expect that nobody said something about it, and then it's such a good source to look up, and also it's so easy to find certain things. It's just awesome.
Yeah, great job with that. Flag track probably actually could have countered the Greyhound had he not moved it. That was a bit of a misplay there from Cobra. Flag track would have wiped that Greyhound really easily.
Also with the Shreks, if he'd gone for the Shreks to support it, the Shreks that are now sticked in the house, he could have maybe ambushed it somehow.
Pretty big retreat here from Spitfire. He's retreating his rifle. Oh, what?
Pathfinder arty on the Shreks in the house. He doesn't look at it. He's gonna die. Yeah.
Oh, wow! Very nice. Over the hedge. Well played.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That's some great commander use right there.
Oh, the Shrek fell out of the building.
What? How does that even happen? I don't know if Spitfire has seen that yet. He hasn't had line of sight on that yet, so he might not even know it's there.
I mean, he had a bazooka on the Pathfinders. Now he might be able to grip a Shrek.
That's funny.
That's a
So
good trade-off,
I'd like
I'd
to
say.
see Spitfire be more aggressive with this Sherman. I mean, Cobra doesn't have anything to deal with it, and he's now actually forced to go Puma rather than stall for the Panther because, I mean, without the
Yeah,
Puma to bridge the gap, I don't know if he might have just been pushed off the field too hard. So, in my opinion, a good choice. Puma's really nice on this map because it's so mobile. It has less pathfinding issues than other bigger tanks, and the turret and the smoke just makes it really easy to pop in and out, fire shots at max range. Um, just generally a solid choice in this map, I'd say.
yeah, they also need to because at some point the Greyhound will just be in a good position to get off a canister shot finally at some good targets, and that will happen. And then then he will want to have the Puma jumping in the gap to prevent him from doing that.
Yeah, Spitfire's camping this Greyhound right by the choke point, which this forces units to clump up. They're in negative cover. They're slowed, and they're grouped. So the perfect spot to camp a Greyhound right here.
I also picked up the Shrek of the rifles, which is important against the Puma. The Shrek is really what you want to have as US forces, because it allows you, basically, if the Puma is on his own, it allows you to push it off with the Shrek.
Oh my God! Look at the damage from that flag track. Might even go down if it gets one more.
Cover, yeah.
Ooh, the shots trail just a little bit behind, but the Sherman is there to support.
HE round actually does a shit ton of damage to it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about not penetrating it. The armor is basically non-existent. And now we got 3 Rakettans from Cobra, which is honestly a good choice. And on Simwa, there's so many buildings you can stick them in. They're really quite good.
Although more or less big part was already destroyed.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are gone. This one by the western cutoff's basically destroyed. The one in front of its base, which is really nice to stick a Rakettan in, was destroyed at the beginning of the game by the truck. But
the question now is, was it worth it? Because he lost the cutoff anyhow. Doesn't matter if the house stand or not.
Yeah.
I don't know, hard to say. So
I'd say it is. I'd say it's always like good to just crush that thing.
No way he could have known that, so you could have also saved with the house.
Please sacrifice it for a canister show! Wow, no. Too much AT. He probably didn't realize he had a Rakettan in that house, which is actually also a really nice house to stick a Rakettan in. Protects your cutoff quite nicely. This lieutenant is going to have to vault over the wall to retreat, or retreat right off the bat, because there's a pretty significant force moving in on him, but he does have the rifles there to support.
Oh, look at how fast they drop the health, man. This is just insane. The Obers and the folks are murdering them. Wow.
Yeah, look at that. The Obers are also quite low, and they're chucking a grenade over the wall, forces a retreat.
Oh, the squad's getting really low. Is there something in the retreat path? No, he should be safe.
Ooh, he loses a rear echelon in the north.
You really don't want to lose that Shrek up rifle. Oh, but the Puma's in trouble.
Yep.
The Sherman got close range, and then it's actually able to deal with that thing. There you go.
One more shot and it goes down. He might get away. The Rakettans are there to support. He might lose the Sherman in exchange, which would be
Oh, lucky.
Saved.
And also the flag track. You see the flag track did some damage to it, but only just a little bit.
Wow, that is a lucky Sherman. And this lieutenant is still here duking it out with these folks. And he actually was a preemptive retreat.
Yeah, he could have won that fight for sure. Just because there's a Shrek on that model, at least.
Right. Easy for us to say as casters simply watching.
Yeah, sure. I find myself doing that too sometimes, like retreating when I then realize 2 seconds after, I should not have retreated that spot.
Yeah, it's generally better safe to, better than potentially losing the squad.
Also, interesting doctrine choice so far. He doesn't really use any of the abilities, I think. He's munition stuffed. You want to get. I mean, he wanted to get Shreks on every squad, so he didn't really go for any kind of SDGs on the Obers, which are awesome on this map, by the way. Nor did he go for any. I think I haven't seen any infiltration nades yet, so I don't know. Maybe considering that an MG or something would have been better.
Yeah, he threw one volley of infiltration nades, but it didn't really do much. And now the Shrek'd up rifle squad is the only deterrent to this flak track. Right now, Cobra has actually turned it around and is sieging his forward retreat point at his ambulance. Spitfire really can't afford to give up this position because he would have to retreat through so much fire. He's going to have to find a way to get out of this sticky situation. MG in the building, keeping the Obers suppressed.
There's a second Sherman moving up from the base. That might be able to clear that out. There's only
if he smokes the Raketans, he's got to smoke the Raketans. If he doesn't do that, he's going to be in big trouble. They will do a lot of damage in a hurry. Oh, boy.
Oh, you got lucky there.
Oh, my God! Look at that damage! He needs to smoke the Raketans and bum rush the flak track. Oh, this is just an amazing line for here for Cobra.
He could have killed both Raketans over there. He just had to drive on. That's the thing.
Oh, man.
Oh, the lieutenant goes down. Ah. Sniped by the Obers.
Oh, man. He has his other Sherman. He can move up with his other Sherman around here and flank this little formation he has. These Raketans are getting really low. I think all he needs to do is repair that Sherman and he'll be able to break this defensive line, and he still controls the right side of the map, so he's not in bad shape.
I mean, yeah, look at that. Drive, man. Just keep on driving.
Crush! Crush!
Once the Raketans are turning, you got this with the Sherman. They would never be up.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Nice.
And the smoke is actually covering his own Sherman from the Shreks. He could just attack ground through it. And now Cobra's in a tough spot. All of this shit is vulnerable. 18-8 likely going off on the flak track.
Yeah.
There it is. Wow, flak track down. Great push by Spitfire. Those Shermans are really doing work. He can chase these two squads down on retreat.
You can just chase them down to the 54 building. Oh no, there are two Shrek squads coming up the...
Ooh, Ober's going down. Crush the Shreks. You're in too deep. Crush the Shreks. Oh.
Wow. 2 hits. Didn't expect that to happen.
Go. Yeah, he's got to back off here.
Really. I got 2 abandoned Raketans on the left side. You really shouldn't underestimate that thing. As use forces, like Raketen is the worst AT gun basically, but at the same time,
I mean,
if you get 2 for free, why not?
It's free, yeah, exactly. Yeah. For the cost of reinforcing a rifle squad, or even well, he doesn't have any rear echelon left. Spitfire's actually lost a bunch of his infantry.
Yeah, he lost a lot there in that engagement, especially when the Obers came in and sniped the lieutenant too. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, so
we've got another Sherman on the field. He's really using now his fuel advantage.
Yeah, he had 2 fuel OPs. The Raketans wiped the fuel cache that he put on the cutoff here, but he still has the second fuel cache, so Spitfire's really rolling in the fuel. 32 income compared to 15. He's actually got enough for a third Sherman, but at this point I think he needs rifles. Maybe he banks manpower for the airdrop combat group.
Oh, I'd love to see that. I mean, it's such a gambling, because basically if you get paratroopers with bazookas...
It's like, fuck my life.
Yeah, but otherwise, if you get, for example, one squad with LMGs and the other one with Thompsons, it's like such a win. It's so.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
it's awesome.
I don't like RNG in the most part, but then this one is kind of funny.
You don't like RNG, dude?
I like bad RNG, you know, not the good one.
Oh, I thought you were knocking our clan.
No.
We love RNG. That's an homage to the RNG gods. That's why that's in our clan tag name.
Yeah, it's people tell me every time I play an auto match, you're so lucky. RNG's always on your side, and I was like, yeah, man, there's a reason why the clan is good.
Oh!
Like that. And you actually, nice Spitfire arty.
Quick
and
hitter.
You're only what I was going to say, you're only accepted in this clan if the RNG is always on your side. But you're testing that really a lot, like playing a lot of custom games, and we see if the RNG is on your side, and then you can be accepted.
Yep. We don't accept bad luckers. Like helping Hans would never be accepted.
Yeah, never.
The luck is never on his side. For as many times as he said, "Where's my luck?" Fucking lucky person. Yeah, RNG's just not on his side. Sorry. Don't sacrifice enough goats.
Oh, he's shooting the Obers because of the Pathfinder arty. Okay, that's interesting. It was fake arty though.
It's fake arty.
Yeah.
What?
Nice call. Yeah.
Pathfinders have fake arty?
Apparently, maybe. I mean, or does it get cancelled when the Pathfinders retreat?
I have no idea.
I think it was fake arty, which is really a nice call because you can't afford to check out if it's fake or not with Pathfinder arty.
Spitfire throws the grenade, forces
for that
retreat.
gamble. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's unforgiving. If you get hit by that arty, you're pretty much boned. And now the Shermans are right in the retreat path. These Shrek up Obers. He's got the Raketen in the house, but
nice. Oh, Another Shrek drop, wow.
Double vet Sherman, move! Just in time.
That's really cool to see.
Yeah, very nice bonuses there. Nice movement speed.
Hardly see Shermans survive that long most of the games. I kind of feel like they're doing a lot of damage, but some point they just get wiped somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty squishy. Like we saw earlier, a couple Shrek shots. Yeah, man, couple Shrek shots in a Riketten shot.
From Shrek squads, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of sh sounds. And these Rikettens are still unmanned. Come on, dude. What is Cobra saving for? I mean, he has all tiers. He's got to be going for the KT.
Spitfire has no AT at all right now, except these Shermans. He should really go and recruit the Rikettens. They would, like 2 Rikettens, whatever he gets now, if he gets a Panther or whatever, 2 Rikettens, you shouldn't underestimate that if you got it pointed on you. On a single target, they're pretty effective.
You're right, they do have decoy smoke. Very nice. I love that. That's something I'm gonna have to keep in mind when I use that unit, because you can't really risk sitting in that. You know, like you were saying, if you wanna just hope that it's decoy already and it's not, like, ugh, good luck, dude.
Yeah, that's where the Pathfinders. Let's check this out. Yeah, there's actually one ability. That's the arty barrage for 140, and then that's the fake smoke, and there's only 20 munitions.
Yeah.
Like, you can just spam them all the time.
So Cobra is going to have to do something in a hurry. I really don't think he's going to have enough time to wait for a KT. It's just not going to happen. With 2 Shermans on the field, Spitfire is going to have his way with things. He doesn't even have to deny that last VPs. Cobra's down to 75.
He really doesn't. Yeah, 75 VPs in particular without me noticing how fast they drained. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt he can really crush the Shermans with only his 3 Shrek squad, so you gotta get some kind of Puma or something.
One of those Shrek squads has double Shreks, which is really nice.
Oh yeah.
A lot of burst damage.
That's what I also thought about the bazooka pickup in the game early in the game, like.
More fake arty forcing retreats. That's brutal because he's down to 65 VPs. He can't afford to retreat that.
You can't, yeah, but you also can't tell, like, if he'd not retreated, he might have lost all the squads in there.
Oh god, these HE rounds just do so much damage.
Look at that.
Maybe crushes the house.
Yeah, he just can just go after that one. Look at that, he has, what, 5 folks now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he finally gets the Panther, but it might be...
It's gonna be too late. He's got
just
2 Shermans and a Jackson on the field. He's also got the Rikettens in his back pocket if he needs to.
You just gotta take that middle VP right now, but yeah, like you said, even then it might be too late. Yeah, he has enough to deal with that really now. Jackson and 2 Rikettens. I mean, he hasn't 2 Rikettens right now. He should really think about decrewing them right now, but he basically has them
he doesn't, in his backyard. You know, he hasn't seen any AT. You might as well just wait until you've got target. You know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't take the risk because it's not really. There's nothing to. Maybe the Sherman has. Let me check if the Sherman has vision. No, I don't think so.
Well, keep in mind, Cobra has a lot of anti-tank on his infantry. He has 1 Shrek squad with 2 Shreks. He might actually have 2 squads with 2 Shreks on him, which would be just brutal. That's a lot of AT power. If he surprises these Shermans, he can actually wipe them really quickly.
You could also sneak up to the Rikettens and steal them. Like, Spitfire doesn't have any vision on them, so I doubt he knows that they are still out there, but if he knows, he could really do that.
Down to 42 VPs, and Cobra isn't even contesting the middle VP. He's got all of his forces off to the right. The Panther is now on the field and is moving towards the middle VP, but he's really gonna maybe he's gonna go for a flank around the south, but looks like he's decided to reposition to the middle. With as desperate as things are, you'd think that would be his priority numero uno.
Yeah, sure. Shermans, Jackson, everything's coming to the middle now. I mean, Spitfire knows that he only has to keep that. Oh, rifle scope going down.
Now, Spitfire is really losing the infantry war. He doesn't have a lot of it. He's 1 rifle squad left. So.
He should really get the Vet 1 MG to the middle to cover it, the VP. He just gotta hold that one for a bit longer.
2 shots in a row deflected.
Jackson's, yeah. That was unlucky. Jackson deflecting 2 shots in a row. I mean, getting deflected.
Now it's in trouble. These Shreks. He's gonna have 3 Shrek shots going in. Oh, they shoot the observation point.
Fuel cache. Wow. And now it leaves room for the Shermans to move in.
Oh wow.
Look
This
at these
the Pathfinders are gonna go down. The Jackson actually goes down. Oh no! Now all of a sudden Spitfire's in trouble. This Sherman's the ambulance is gonna go down too. Oh no! Grenade barrage!
Wow.
This is exactly what Spitfire needs. Probably another fake arty going. No, that's real arty.
No, this is real arty. Yeah.
Wait, is it?
No, it isn't.
Where the hell is his? Oh, what?
Oh, it's major.
Oh, it is major arty. That's why it took so damn long to come down.
Nice.
Huge engagement now. This is the game. I mean, maybe not the game. This is pretty key though. Spitfire needs to hold down to what he's got. Don't throw your units away, man. You're 400 VPs ahead.
There's nothing that can do with the Panther actually. Not at all. Only the Shermans.
And they're on HE rounds. That Panther is just...
Could have been going for the Shermans right there. There's nothing to stop him. Not even 18-8s. Like, there's no infantry left either.
Yeah.
Besides the 2 MGs.
Yeah, he doesn't... He's lost all his infantry. This is the tides have turned really rapidly. Losing that Jackson was huge.
Yeah.
He really needs that Jackson to deal with the Panther, and to be honest... Oh, man. Wow. Well, we may have spoke a little bit too soon. I mean, Cobra is going to have to play flawlessly, because he's down to 23 VPs, but Spitfire, he's got enough fuel in the bank for another Jackson, which is on the field now, and another Sherman. I think a vehicle crew actually just got run over by the momentum of the Sherman coming to a halt. Did you see that? That 3-man vehicle crew on the north hopped out, and the Sherman was still moving and ran over one of the crew members. What the hell, man? I've never seen that before. Wow. So Cobra's got all the Shreks he needs, and he's putting shoe mines down, which is perfect.
I mean, Spitfire still has his armor, most part of it. The problem is just the infantry. He lost all of it. He replaced it with 2 echelons, but they are not able to fight anything. They're just able to cap at this point, and yeah, it might be hard to push in the middle again. Also, consider that Cobra put down 2 mines in really good spots. If the Sherman or whatever runs over it, it's pretty much dead to the Panther and all the Shreks around.
I just had a crazy freeze. We might be off sync now. What time are you at?
It's 37 and 10.
Wow, yeah. Okay, pause at 15 for me.
Okay.
It looks like he's recrewed the Raketen. It's about time.
Finally.
Alright. You're paused at 15?
Yes.
Okay. I had about a 10-second freeze there, so we're going to have to resync this bad boy.
I had one of these 2 earlier.
You want to count us in?
Yes. We are back in this awesome game in 5, 3, 2, 1. Unpaused. There we go. Yeah, finally he recruits the Raketens. I wonder what would have happened if he recruited them a bit earlier.
Yeah, and that decisive push by Cobra.
They might have held off the Panther a bit more. I mean, the thing is, the Panther didn't really kill anything.
Yeah, he lost his Jackson to the Shreks.
Yeah, and he lost all the infantry to the other infantry. I mean, to Cobra's infantry. So it wasn't really the Panther that was crucial.
Look at this, Cobra's got a Lukes. I really like that because that's going to allow him to defend the VPs and deny infantry from really pushing it.
Yeah. He's also getting a third over squad. The Shreks in the middle, gotta watch out. The church is losing health really rapidly.
And he's now positioning this Jackson onto the south, which is an ideal spot for it to use its range. I guess I should say the south portion of the middle.
Yeah, probably.
And the Raketens are going to be vulnerable here, but he has the MG to back them up, and the Sherman is there as well.
He just gotta kind of force away the Panther to be able to work with the Shermans against the infantry, because he has nothing else to push off the infantry. Oh, wow.
Both Raketens immediately decrewed. Oh, shit. Is he going to go for the crush on the... He's going to go for the crush on the Shreks. No, keep going, man. Crush him.
Keep driving.
Except he's got the mines there. That would have actually been terrible. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, the Jackson got lucky too. The Panther just barely drove out of range there. Another shot would have finished it off. It's just he could have again if been going for the Jackson. There's just nothing to stop the Panther effectively.
Wow.
Oh, and these rifles sweep the mine for tanks for the tanks.
He's gonna cap the VP anyway. He doesn't give a shit. See, that's a sign of desperation right there. And Spitfire doesn't really need to be desperate. He's ahead by the VP so much.
Yeah.
He also still has so much fuel. Like, don't get desperate and throw units away just because your opponent is gaining a little bit of foothold back. You just slow play it. And the Obers smoke their own asses.
Nice. They don't take too much health damage though. It's not that fast.
Yeah, it's not like
Although, like, they're clumped up really. One shot might finish them off if he's unlucky.
Oh, the Sherman's facing the wrong way. What are you doing? That's unfortunate. He could have had an overwipe there. The Luke's forcing off the MG in the middle. It's going to be really important for that. Oh no, that Jackson's going to go down. There's nothing to back it up with.
Really unfortunate time to engage with the Jackson right there. He wanted to go for the Lukes, but he was covered. Nicely done by Cobra.
Now the
look at the Panthers.
Panther's getting low.
Yeah, but he's the armor skirts now, so that will help really. And HE rounds for the Sherman.
Yeah, I'd like to see Cobra snag those Rakettans back. He could really turn the game.
Salvage them, whatever. Like, don't leave them there.
Yeah, just deny him to Spitfire because Spitfire didn't go captain.
Exactly.
His only hope for an airdrop is the 900 manpower. That guarantees to drop an AT gun, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. He's getting kind of close to it. He's at 750.
That's what I would be banking for too, because more rifles at this point aren't really going to be that effective against Obers and vetted.
And paratroopers with upgrades already. You got a good chance of getting useful upgrades. That might really help.
Yeah.
He's getting another Jackson, but I don't know if that really helps.
Yeah, he needs.
Jackson's just such an easy target for Volks. If all these Shreks creep up to the Jackson, it's doing so much damage like we've seen before.
And the Luke's wipes. What was that? An MG?
Yeah, the 50 kill. The wipes it completely. Kills the gun too.
Yeah. One of the Rakettans has been recrewed. The other's just sitting there. It might get recrewed, but it's extremely low health, so if it does get recrewed, it will need to be repaired.
Oh, these
are so clumped.
Come on! Shot from the Sherman. Come on, do it.
Oh, what did that go down from? A mine?
Yeah, probably. I just wondered.
It must have been a mine.
Yeah, must have been.
Oh no, the Rakettan's doing so much work. Oh man, he's got to triple that Sherman. He really needs to keep that alive, and I really think he should float the manpower for that 900. I mean, you have the VPs to float it right now. You're not in a critical position. Just get yourself some elite infantry and pray for the LMGs or the Thompsons.
Yeah, you could also just imagine you could go for a quick decap with the drop on the right position.
Yeah.
On the right VP, I was going to say. I mean, it doesn't need a lot of time. He just has 23 VPs remaining, so a quick decap can be it.
He called in another Greyhound, which I don't understand. The only thing I could see him using that in is trying to wipe his quintuple vet Shrek squad, because if he can clear that, that's a pretty big blow. But with Rakettans and a Panther on the field, I don't really understand the Greyhound.
Yeah, me neither. Besides the fact there's still nothing to stop the Panther. One Jackson alone, basically, you can't even... The Panther's vet too, so he can't even 1v1 it anymore.
Yeah.
If
Not
you
even
get
close.
Yeah. Oh, maybe, yeah, well, if you...
Oh,
that
Sternpio squad. Run, dude! Oh, Sternpio squad goes down. Arty is going down on the Rakettan and wipes it. Destroys it. Well played.
Man, I love
Oh, here we go. This is what I was talking about. The Vet 5 Shrek squad. No, he wasn't close enough. Oh, that's huge. He needs to wipe that. What is Cobra doing? It's like he's... Retreat that squad. That's so valuable. It's like he's baiting the Greyhound with it.
And it works, look at that.
It's a risky bait.
Oh, main got destroyed, really lucky. No, never mind. What killed that now? Obers
that was the
LMGs.
Obers LMG, yeah.
Yeah, Obers don't have nothing against Obers, right?
Man, Spitfire's getting desperate. He's getting desperate, he's throwing stuff away.
Yeah, Obers can deal with vehicles, they say.
Yeah.
I know he's savaging the captains.
Oh,
that's
you better
dangerous.
knock it off. The Sherman
that.
right there. So much damage. And they go down.
Oh yeah, that was deserved. That was deserved. Really, really, really. Like he was overcommitting there. Also, he didn't cancel it when the Sherman arrived. So yeah.
Yeah, they just take crazy damage when you try and salvage in combat. The Major already goes down, although it might be fake. Yeah, it is fake. Spitfire really likes this fake smoke.
Gets another echelon, man. He should really just save up for that Hoffman combat group, I'd say.
I don't understand. It's like he just wants units to repair his vehicles and why not drive them?
Wow, that damage.
I know. Why not drive a Sherman over to that other VP, clear the Lukes out and cap it with your vehicle crew? Then you force the Panther to leave the middle and leaves the middle open for your other Sherman. Because the Sherman with HE rounds can do a pretty good job of forcing off these Volks, but he really needs infantry support, and that's why I'm thinking, I mean, he's consistently been around 500 manpower, which is really not that far off from the combat group.
Yeah, he should just go for it, in my opinion. Also, I think an AT gun might be good against the Panther as well. Just I don't know. Especially with the heat rounds, it's not too bad.
Panther blitzes the fuck out of there. He didn't want any part of that, Jackson.
Look how fast he is on the road. it's so insane.
So Cobra has managed to whittle the VPs down to 260, and he's about to triple cap. And the second Panther's on the field, and it's not just a normal Panther, Iceman.
Wow, that's nice to see. My favorite OKW unit, the Command Panther.
The Command Panther coupled with a normal Vet 2 Panther. Oh, that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be nasty.
Get an AT gun, man. Honestly, like all these Panthers can deal with is armor. And he just gets another Jackson with which allows
these echelons. What? Why?
it gives him something to counter with. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know,
throwing
man.
himself into that.
He's getting another Jackson. Like, honestly, the Command Panther is gonna wreck those Jacksons.
To be fair, he doesn't know the Command Panther's on the field yet, but
he's seen the Doctor.
Yeah, and he could probably expect something like another Panther, Command Panther, whatever.
I mean, even if it's just a second Panther.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically not that much of a difference in that situation.
Man, Spitfire, this is gonna be so hard to come back from now. He really had a good opportunity in the mid game where he had 2 Shermans on the field and his opponent didn't even have a Panther yet, and he just didn't capitalize.
Overcommitting with that Sherman.
Yes, he is.
He's really overcommitting.
This Command Panther is going to chase him down unopposed. He does have his Jacksons here to back it up. Oh, man.
Wow.
This is tense, man. He doesn't have any infantry. That's the thing. Spitfire has nothing to cap. He keeps rebuilding his rear echelon. And now he's throwing the Jackson away.
Yeah.
I
don't know what that was.
He's just tired.
Ed Jackson fails to penetrate again. Really unlucky in this game. He's just rolling over the Shreks right now. Best thing he could do, but Sherman's
This is the game.
Yeah.
He's got nothing left after this. The Panthers are going to clear out his infantry. The rear echelon aren't going to be able to do anything. Jackson's going to go down here. The Sherman hits a mine, and it goes down, and there is the GG.
GG.
Yep.
What an interesting game.
Yeah, that was... I really, really didn't think Cobra had a shot.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I thought it was over.
It turned a couple of times. Like, Cobra had really decent map control in the early game, then it completely flipped over until the Panther hit the field.
Yep. That push, that was pretty much it. He was at 23 VPs. He pushed off the middle. He also made a couple of really nice engagements over here in the field between his Muni cutoff and his main cutoff. That push that wiped his couple of his rifles, one of his Shermans, and the ambulance really turned the game for Cobra.
Yeah, because it wiped all the infantry just. I mean, the tanks were pretty easy to replace. He had so much fuel, but the infantry is just, at that point against vetted OKW infantry, it's just unreplaceable. Yeah. Unless you go for the call-in, maybe.
Yeah, also, I really would have liked to see that airdrop combat group.
Yeah, me too.
He had the VPs for it, you know? He was up 400 VPs. It's not like he was in a. That's one thing that I think a lot of players do when they get their opponent down to just the last sliver, and all of a sudden your enemy starts playing with reckless abandon and they're going all in. Don't panic. Just back off
Yeah.
and push them off the field if you have the advantage. You've got time on your side. You know.
Interesting side note also, check out the wire in the south, it's still up. He never crushed it with his medium tanks. That's really interesting because that totally kept him away from harassing the right VP.
Yeah.
Like, completely, he wasn't able to get there at any time in the late game because the whole side was locked down by Shreks and Obus.
Well, what's also interesting is that Cobra decided to focus the left side so heavily, it kind of kept him, it kind of kept Spitfire from dedicating any resources to that right side. So that actually played into his hand quite well. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, really, really interesting. Just a fun question. Do you have that weird panther shot right there, going through the Jackson and then traveling through half the map too?
Yeah. I didn't even notice that. That's funny. Right through the Jackson. Is the Jackson being destroyed in that shot? I think it's like in the very moment before it's destroyed because the dudes are they either look like they're lounging for like a little just chilling, just like hanging out like, yeah, what's up? Or they're about to go flying and the game didn't quite go on long enough for us to see it. They kind of just look like a couple of bros enjoying some Heinekens on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, interesting game. That was, man. We seem to strike gold with these live games.
Yeah, we kind of.
I don't think we've casted a single live game that hasn't been like really entertaining.
No, we definitely didn't. And like, really, guys, it's like it's not like we're just uploading the good ones. We just have only casted these that we uploaded. Like, no bad games yet.
Yeah.
Only these.
Good stuff, man. Well, 47 minutes later, we got ourselves the result. Not the one I expected about halfway through the game, but just goes to show it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Exactly.
As the expression goes.
That's an interesting one, actually. I didn't even know that. I got to keep that one in mind.
I think it's an old term. It's an old baseball expression for whatever reason. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, it ain't over till the fat. Oh no, it's an opera thing. That's right. That's right. Ain't over till the fat lady sings. So, on that note, Iceman, you got any other words for us?
No, I think that's it pretty much. That was another great game. Interesting play. Something different with the flag check start and not the Puma. Yeah, was fun.
Yeah.
Hope to see you next time, guys. When we cast whatever, maybe replay if we find a good one, or you guys send us a good one. We had that a couple of times too.
Yeah.
Or we might cast another live game. We'll see.
Or maybe I'll just do one all by my lonesome because me and Iceman can never get our schedules straight.
Oh yeah, that might happen too.
Anyway, until next time, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right, yeah. See ya.